Joining me now to discuss this further, Florida Congressman Byron Donalds. Great to see you. Hard to break this down, but I want to start here because I think it's interesting to see the White House reaction to what's going on here. Watch White House Press Secretary Jen Psaki dodge a question from reporters about holiday shipping delays.
Can this administration guarantee that holiday packages will arrive on time?
We are not the Postal Service or UPS or FedEx. We cannot guarantee. What we can do is use every lever at the federal government disposal to reduce delays, to ensure that we are addressing bottlenecks in the system, including ports and the need for them to be open longer hours so that goods can arrive. And we can continue to press not only workers and unions, but also companies to take as many steps as they can to reduce these delays.
And on the
Congressman, good evening to you. Wonderful to see you tonight. I think it's important to start there because when she says that we can't guarantee what's happening, and she also says we're not the Postal Service, we're not UPS, we're not FedEx, again, shifting the blame here. But what really is at issue is how the problem started. You say it's really with Bidenomics. It's with the fact that they paid people to stay home and there's a worker shortage. It's the inflation that we're feeling, the rise of gas at the pump, for example, the cost of goods in the supermarket, everything, all the kitchen table items that are leading to consumers feeling really stretched right now, and also companies having problems operating this way. They're not acknowledging that part. They're actually saying, we've made it harder for you to do business, but we want you to work 24/7.
What's coming out of this White House is information and ideas from people that don't know what's going on in the real economy because they've never had to work in it. They don't know what they're doing. They don't know what they're talking about. You got the chief of staff running around saying how these are first-class problems. Well, newsflash to Mr. Klain, Waffle House is having to limit their menu because they can't get material in their stores. That ain't a first-class problem. This all started back in February when this administration felt that it had to rescue an economy that was already ready to take off without them because politicians have this idiotic desire to have to do something when you can just leave people alone, leave businesses alone, and they will figure it out for themselves. Yeah. Labor participation rates around, 61%? We should be at 65%. Then our economy can hum and do what it does. But when Washington gets involved with idiotic programs that pay people to stay home or pay people to work less hours, while at the same time trying to increase taxes on energy production, limit what truckers can actually put on their trucks, you get a disaster in our supply chain. Everybody could have seen it coming except people who don't know what they're doing. And unfortunately, they reside at 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue.
Yeah, actually, it's really condescending to call it a first-class problem because these are problems that are impacting everybody across the board. People buying groceries at the supermarket just to put food on the table. That's not a first-class problem. And we don't live in a third world country, right? So we're looking ahead to the holidays and we want things to be better, certainly, than they were last year. You bring up the point when they extended the unemployment benefits, for example, we had a vaccine. We knew recovery was on its way. We knew the economy pre-pandemic was set up to chug along perfectly. Yet this was all by design. It was all engineered.
It was absolutely engineered. And what they did very clearly is they pulled out key people out of key parts of our economy. And you did that by providing jobless benefits and other benefits, direct checks, expanded food stamps across the board. And then what the administration has most recently done that they don't want to talk much about now is that they've basically swapped federal unemployment benefits for child tax credit benefits, which are directly paid. So now you can get $300 per child if you're making less than $170,000 a year. The impact on that is incredibly clear. People aren't going to work as many hours because they don't have to. And when they don't do that and they're out of the economy, prices go up on everybody.
It's
so even
true.
the people who are now getting that money, their prices are going up too.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
This is what happens when you have disastrous economic policy.
That money that they got for free doesn't go as far as it was going before. I just want to finish with the final point here, because the president is essentially calling on these companies now, these companies that he has pressured to fix the problem, but they're still facing the worker shortage, the higher fuel costs, the problems moving things around and getting products from point A to point B. But again, this is an administration saying, nope, we didn't do this. This is not our problem. You fix it.
Oh, that's just the wrong advice. It's asinine what this president's trying to do. Newsflash to the CEOs of America. Stop following Joe Biden, because he is going to wreck your enterprises with all of his ideas. What we need to be doing on Capitol Hill is pulling all these dollars out of the economy so people have to actually deal with their employers and our economy can get back on track. But it's going to take time now, because unfortunately the damage has been done, and it's going to take time to work its way through. The American people need to understand once and for all that a growing economy based upon free market principles is the only way where everybody can, quote unquote, get their fair share based upon real merit.
And I will point out, Congressman, that addressing this problem in mid-October ahead of the holiday season, if you understand supply chains, is really late in the game to get to it. Congressman, we're out of time for now, but wonderful to see you tonight. Thank you.
Thank you.